I recently decided to rewatch a couple of old Top Gear episodes, so might as well talk about the cars featured in them. And the episode begins with Jeremy and a toilet, where he plunges down his cell phone and basically saying that modern devices, technology devices are very fragile, and if they get tiny bit of water in them, they're basically messed up. And them trying to make a point, they go to Australia and the wild wilderness of it all, basically. This is Richard's Bentley Continental GT V8S, James May's Nissan GTR, and Jeremy's BMW M6 Grand Coupe. They meet up and basically yap about everything and nothing, introduce all the cars. Uh, yeah, actually, these have aged pretty well. I watched this episode like a week ago, so I have forgotten a lot of things, what they actually talked about, because I get busy with stuff. But damn, I mean, it's kinda dated, but not my favorite generation. But damn, this one, amazing looking still to this day. Yeah, there isn't that much that actually dates this one, to be fair. Uh, yeah. Then they, if I remember correctly, oh yeah, the challenge, going across huge parts of Australia to herd cows, basically. Then they yap about the number plates and Patagonia special. That yeah, they try their best to not make any oopsies, basically, and they're on their way with cars that are not meant to be driven in these type of conditions. And if I remember correctly, he was talking about that Vauxhall brought Omega or something like that to it. He like Vauxhall brought some kind of car and basically to the Australian outback and just split in half or something like that. And yeah, James yaps on about all the technology of the GTR, while Richard, I have no idea what he was talking about here. But then they line up for a drag race to find out a very simple question. But yeah, Jeremy having a lot of trouble trying to set up his launch control while James just pushes three buttons and is like, I'm down. And Jeremy's still trying to figure it out. Yeah, Hammond puts it in sport so it would help. Jeremy slides around a bit. James doesn't even like finish the whole race because he was trying to make a point that the GTR is the quickest off the line, basically. And then they go again, and I can't remember which was the fastest, but the M6 quickly passes by the GTR, and if I remember correctly, the the big the M6 actually won, I think. Anyways, the M6 or the GT won, and then they headed out to the million-star hotel provided by the producers, or in other words, a local lake somewhere in middle of nowhere. Then they went out into fishing and yeah, Hammond basically trying his best not to be eaten alive by crocodiles, and them making jokes about how there was recently a case that a guy was eaten in a yellow Bentley, and then it was time for a star in a car. No idea who this dude was. I checked out as usual. Vauxhall Astra J? I don't know, the 2014 one. No idea who that guy is. Oh, he even did it on a wet track, so still no idea. Kiefer was it? Yeah, probably Kiefer. Anyways, them showing the map, how far they've come. Oh, the iconic moment. uh, the highway safety code that you need to stop in a certain amount of distance. Then the Bentley still looks good, to be fair, in this color especially. Damn. And obviously it stopped so much earlier than the law demands. And Hammond is like, I had the opportunity to run them over, but why didn't I? So, damn, the M6 looks good. Cars from like 10, 15 years basically ago haven't really aged that much, to be fair. And yeah, James. I forgot, I checked out for a moment, I forgot how fast was Jeremy. Anyways, they were all uh, saying that basically just because someone is driving in an old Ford Anglia, we all have to suffer basically. And then, oh, this moment, right. Put on this, oh my god, the whole that basically built up modern China and Australian Stig, big Stig, Vauxhall Holden, if I remember correctly. Cool color, to be fair. The menacing look on his face, trying his best. Damn, looks so good, doesn't it? And across the line, they meet downstairs. Down, I don't know, in the hall. Jesus Christ, Jeremy. It's all about. Oh my god, yeah, some truly iconic shots were made with these cars over here. Like, damn, those are like luxury kind of barges. I don't know. They're not really meant for this kind of stuff, but obviously they're new modern cars at the time, so obviously they can do it, but they're so out of place in a place like that, basically. And across the line, James had his English stick packed in his trunk, so there he goes. Jeremy is confused about the lines, the English thing, because yeah, none of what I'm seeing is making any sense. Yeah, damn. I just love those confused, especially Jeremy. Then across the line, and James pops out, and they switch places. And Jeremy's like doing that eye thing of being like, "Huh, what did just happen?" Yeah, I love this episode. To be fair, and then the grand reveal of that. Basically, I think James was even faster than the Australian Stig, and Jeremy's trying to make any type of sense to it. And yeah, then they're heading towards the herd place, but they need to camp overnight in a very Australian outback looking place with Australian outback looking people in Australian outback looking bar type of situation. Would love to go to Australia one day, but yeah, then they were in a circle of fire, um, but they forgot their stuff outside. They decided to camp Bullocks Creek, and yeah, I think they're pretty nearby. Oh, the road trains. Damn. I mean, Australia is massive, so I get it. Crazy to see. Roadkill. Bloody what? Ring burner. Okay, then they arrive at the ranch in the middle of the night and they camp out where Jeremy, for protection purposes, decides to put out some claymores, from to protect from alligators, crocodiles, and stuff like that. And then a loud kaboom happens, and Whoops. And then they find the cow's ear, and Jeremy's like, I mean, crocodiles do have ears, but do they have hoofs? Hefts? I don't know. And yeah, then they're on their way again, and they have finally found the first couple of cows that I need. Jeremy helping out Stuck James. Yeah, those cars performing amazingly. So many cows, like Jesus Christ, man. What the hell is going on? Damn, the Nissan GT. I'm not a Nissan person, but the GTR looks good. Nice. And this Bentley, I don't like this generation of Bentley, but the color looks amazing. Yeah, the stubborn cows that, as Jeremy put it so nicely, a cow is headbutting James Dotson, and then the cavalry arrives. Jesus Christ, so many cows, man. And then they, with a bit of finessing, they herded them all in place, and they turned back to the studio to yap about which car is the best and throwing insults at each other. And Jeremy, as a Yorkshireman, I like the BMW, but I couldn't handle the depreciation. But then he settles that they all three like each car that they selected. But yeah, overall rating, I would say like 8, 8.5. I love the vibes of this episode. So many small, iconic moments. Like, not too much happened in this episode, but those moments that happened are like so memorable that I love those. Uh, and yeah, uh, key highlight probably, probably, probably them racing from the bottom of the mine to up, and all the shenanigans that happened with Jeremy V's like, huh? What's going on? And all the cool shots that were happening along the way. But yeah, time to move up to the next episode and see you there. Bye.